this is going to be my final roundup review of the Epson SF810 Runsense something. So I've had the watch for 5 or 6 weeks now. Posted a few reviews every couple of weeks just to let you know how I've been going on. So basically I'm just going to sum up with a few of the kind of pros and cons that I found with the watch. The first pro, and this was instant the second I got it out of the box, was that this watch is super light. It's like 50 grams, 50 and a bit. It's so light, it's so comfortable on the wrist. It looks smart. I wear it as a daily watch pretty much all the time, so it looks really smart. It's got nice vision, you can see it really well, so the contrast is really good on it, and the screen's really easy to view. Another thing that I really love about it is the built-in heart rate monitor. So you press the button and it takes a matter of moments, generally speaking, and it kicks straight in, picks up your heart rate, which is always fun to know. Slight con on that is that it doesn't actually record your heart rate anywhere, so unless you are running, unless you're doing an activity and you're recording something, it doesn't actually record your heart rate. So it would be nice to know, for example, it's reading 62, 64 beats per minute. It would be nice to be able to track some sort of baseline day to day, but sadly it doesn't do that. So another pro that I see from it is actually the kind of the Runsense view, so the website that they use, and also the Run Connect app. Using the app, you can upload, you use the Bluetooth, it talks to the watch really quickly. You can use the Bluetooth to upload it straight to Runsense, which is brilliant. It definitely kind of wins over my current Garmin model, where I have to come and hold the watch within 3 feet of the computer and hope that the weather is playing ball and all the rest of it. So it's great. You just hit the button and it sends it straight to the computer, and then that links to Strava. I had to do some wizardry to get it to link to Endomondo and Garmin, just so I keep track of all my stats. Generally speaking, everything has, since I started running, has gone on Endomondo, so I loved that kind of continuity. However, it's kind of difficult to come by. You have to kind of route it through some other systems in order to be able to do that. The other great thing with the app is that actually you can sync it to the satellite, so that actually when you go out running, you literally hit the start button and it takes fractions of a second. It's really a really quick satellite find. One thing I will say is a con: if you don't do that, if you don't set it on the phone first, Bluetooth it onto the watch, it can take an absolute age to find a satellite. Another slight negative with that is that actually it takes the satellite information for only about 2 hours or so. I'm led to believe that apparently the newer Garmin's and other such watches can actually record almost a week's worth of data. So you set it on a Saturday and you've still got it by the following Friday. It still knows where to pick up a satellite. So that's definitely one thing I would say that Epson could work on. Another excellent thing about the watch, I said, I've used it as a day-to-day watch. I used it I've racked up a fair number of miles in it. It's the battery life. It's got a fantastic battery life, and that's definitely a winner. Finally, the last pro that I have for it is the GPS accuracy. It's really good. I've never known a watch that has GPS distance measured to 3 decimal places. The map kind of follow routes on any of my workout seem fairly accurate, so it definitely seems to win on that sense. It certainly seems a little more consistent than my Garmin that I have, the Forerunner 610. How it compares to some of the newer Garmin's, I don't know. So we come really to the biggest cons, and for me that's workout flexibility, functionality. The fact that I can't program even a simple threshold session on this watch, because it won't let me do a mile warm up, 7 miles at a given pace, and a mile cool down. The only workouts it enables me to do are based on either time or heart rate. And whilst it's great to know my heart rate, and I know a lot of people work based on their heart rate, when you're doing reps or such things, I'm not sure that anyone really does reps by heart rate. It's generally reps by a pace. So there's no functionality to do any pace setting. I've explained in previous videos, I've gone to fairly long lengths to program fairly intricate settings onto my Garmin, and actually it's very easy to do. Haven't been able to do it on here, which has meant actually on occasion whilst testing it, I have been taking 2 watches on a couple of my runs, purely so my Garmin can tell me what to do, and the Epson I can keep track and see how the stats are working and kind of track that GPS and stuff like that. But for me, that's a big no-no, the inability to monitor and build those kind of workouts. And finally, as an aside, the auto pace setting is a little confusing, as is actually a lot of the controls. Quite a few of the controls on the watch are confusing. They're not necessarily intuitive. I mean, I had to find the instruction book to work out how to turn it on and start a run. And to me, that seems a little excessive. I can appreciate you might need the manual in order to kind of find out a little bit more about a given watch and its functionality. But to have to resort to it to turn it on, that seemed a little bit excessive to me. So, by and large, it's a brilliant watch. I really like it, and I think for the price, you can't really go all that wrong with it. It's a fantastic watch. My biggest problem, as I've said, is that workout functionality. And yes, it's cheaper than a Garmin, the new 235 or 635, which both have the built-in heart rate as the same as this. But they have that workout functionality, and is it worth £100 extra? To me, yeah, I think it probably is. It makes it a better all-round running watch. To call this the top of the range running watch seems a little bit of a shame when it hasn't got all that running functionality. So there you have it. That is my view on the Epson Runsense SF810. I hope it's been some use to you. Just a quick reminder that Epson did provide me this watch to test, and have said that if I upload 5 videos in the time period before the end of March, that I am able to keep the watch for